And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out.
But that coalescence is pouring in a ton of damage. Delay is so low. Tragic. Oh, but the shatter from Michelin Man again. Huge plays from Michelin Man all night. Turn this, but Jetpack Cash is slowly whittling them down. Oh, but Wolven tries to make a play here. He picks up 3 with the 4 with the 4. Wolven coming up big with a 5K.
Kurt gonna be trying to pop that high noon, and he's able to find it. Oh my god! Times and I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I call for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, Down in the deep of my mind. And now the shatter finds one, maybe even 2 here. As Felix Wrong dominates the Reinhardt game by getting that shatter up.
Experience tranquility.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first edition of the Iris podcast for season 4. Joining me today, we have NPC. He is in the middle of crunch time, so we won't interrupt him.
Crunch time.
Yep. We have Specs and we have Thuggington. Guys, we're here. We're here to bring you more overreaction than everybody seeing the Jeff Kaplan video today. That is what we bring to the table today. We're gonna go ahead and get this party started. We have an absolutely loaded cast for you. We are really excited, but we have to acknowledge first and foremost Vila with that incredible highlight montage of the preseason tournament. Great work from Vila. We really appreciate you doing that for us. The clearly very high quality shows there. So well done to you, and we definitely look forward to seeing more of your work this season. No doubt about that. So again, guys, welcome. We're here to start season 4, and as you can see, we have a slightly bit of a new look here with some nice new frames going on. Thank you, Cavalier. And then in addition to that, guys, we are going to bring you every week. We will have some recurring segments, and our first segment to start off every week is going to be a segment that we call Amp It Up. All right, and we are in now with the first few questions of the day, and that's going to be about bold predictions here in our first Amp It Up segment. Obviously, that was a little bit louder than what we wanted there. Sorry about that. We'll get it right next time, boys. Yeah, you know, hey, first podcast, guys. Cut us some slack, okay?
Too loud, too old.
We'll tune the audio down for you boomers out there, okay? Anyways, so moving on then to the first questions. Again, we are in Amp It Up. These are speed predictions, speed takes, speed opinions from the panel. We're going to go around the table, and we're going to start this off with everybody's favorite segment, and that is bold predictions. That's right, bold predictions, where we make fools of ourselves. We're going to start with, we're going to go around each of the 3 tiers. We will start in the Harmony tier. NPC, your bold prediction for season 4.
Bold prediction. All right, you ready? The Potatoes are going to be in the finals. I mean, I've played with them. I've played against them a little bit. I see it. I see it. I know it's going to happen. First time.
So just for everyone's reference, Potatoes are the only team that have been in Tranquility since season 1. And this is going to be this would be the first time that they have made the playoffs. Now, maybe the format's a little bit more forgiving. I can see Specs over there shaking his head. But we'll go to Specs' opinion now. Specs, what are you going to bring to the table? Your bold prediction for the Harmony tier?
Yeah, so I for me, the Harmony tier really comes down to individual play and individual skill. And when I think of this one player, I think of an all-star. Going to the team DDoS, which I still don't understand why I'm backing this team. Ski Free Yeti will be an all-star. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
All right, could you just say it one more time just so everybody in the audience can hear it?
Ski Free Yeti, not PTK Kid. Will be an all-star.
Not PTK Kid.
Oh, yeah.
Ski Free Yeti is gonna. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If that happens, y'all are making mistakes. Anyways, Thug, kick it off here. What is your bold prediction?
My bold prediction is it's a big homer move for me, and I'm mainly saying this kind of to piss them off, but Mixed Ready is going to be a tank all-star. Now, Mixed Ready has been a season 1 vet. He played only Lucio forever. If he can stop teabagging, the man's gonna be an all-star.
You have way too high of expectations of the meme team with the Beam Dream.
I do.
You really do. So that said, I'm going to bring it down to something a little less memey and something, we talked about players, we've talked about teams. I want to talk about an MVP candidate, in my opinion, somebody who deserves a ton of credit for the improvement they're doing. And I think they will be a leader for their team. And that is Death Knot. Yes, I think Death Knot is going to be a top 5 candidate for MVP, if not top 3 candidate for MVP in the Harmony tier this season. I think he is a standout DPS, and I think we will see the coming out party for Death Knot this season. I expect him to be an absolute force, leading the Potatoes, well, beyond the starchy depths that they've been in before, off to the wonderful Fried and Fluffy finals. That's horrible. I'm sorry, guys. I tried. I tried to make some funny puns, but I couldn't.
That was pretty good.
So
number 2, boys.
Respect.
And everybody drink. Anyway, moving on. Let's go to the Discord tier. NPC, take it away.
Okay, bold prediction for Discord tier. So we've talked about MVP candidates. We talked about top 3. I know a top 3 candidate. Okay, here's what's going to happen. PDK Kid is going to transition over to hit scan. Okay? And then sometime before the season's over, he's going to hit puberty and he's just going to take off. Okay? And then he's going to be a top 3 MVP candidate on a hit scan hero. I know it.
The only thing that's probably true in that is
okay.
None of it.
Let's
He's not hitting 300 this season. You crazy?
You want bold? I give it to you.
Speaking of PDK Kid, pugs to follow tonight.
Hey, all right.
After that,
Yes. So PDK Kid transitioning to a hit scan and will be an all-star. Thug, you played with PDK Kid last season. Tell us,
did.
do you think that's possible? Yes, no, make it easy.
Nope, absolutely not.
All right, moving on. Specs, go.
All right. So I had a real hard look at the Discord tier preseason finals, involving two pretty quality teams, with Eclipse and Caliber. From top to bottom, two of the stronger rosters in the tier, I would say.
Yep.
It's just a real shame neither team will make the finals. So,
Bold prediction there. Eclipse
I like
and
it.
Caliber both looking good through the preseason, but Specs saying neither make the finals. Now that's kind of reminiscent. Something that we'll be previewing for next week is we're going to do a little segment, something to look forward to from our preseason champions. We have a history. Season 2 preseason championship went to Otaku, who then proceeded to win the whole thing. That was back when we had only one tier. They won the whole championship. Season 3, a team by the name of Alt F4 won the preseason championship. And they didn't win the championship at the end of the season. In fact, they barely squeaked into the playoffs because of a lot of team forfeiting. So it's true. It's true. So
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
not wrong at all. So we'll be talking a little bit about our preseason champs next week, but we'll be looking forward to that segment, making some predictions about Comets, Eclipse, and Havoc. By the way, congrats to all three of those. Quick shout out too. I know this is amping up. We need to keep things moving. I gotta say it right now. Havoc, not only winning the preseason championship, you also made the top 16 or top 14, and you made it to Open Division playoffs. That's insane.
That was
Congratulations to you guys. You're our season 1 champs. Nerdables, Dunzo, you guys have been here since the beginning. The rest of you guys, nuts. That was fun. Lots of fun. So anyways, obviously the playoffs didn't go as well as you were hoping, but you know what? You played against contenders teams. That's going to happen. So congrats again. Great work from you guys. Continuing, Thug, what do you got?
Yeah. Okay, so Discord tier. Last year there was a team that was literally on the verge of collapse every single week. It's too many egos, too much aggression, too much. Honestly, one loss, they're gonna absolutely tank. The beauty of it is the most toxic person in the community is no longer on that team. Specs, I love you. Tough Luck will have 0 roster transactions the entire season.
No, they just had one, but
Hey, the season doesn't
The
start.
season hasn't
When
started
does the
yet.
season start, Yeti?
It starts tomorrow, actually.
Exactly. They will have nothing. It's because Specs is a garbage human.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
You know what I'm saying, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Specs is good at reading lips. Anyways, moving on to my Discord tier prediction. Giving a shout out really quick to this team as well as making a prediction about them. That's the Hanamura Hellhounds. Instead of participating in our preseason tournament, they were busy winning overtime champions champ camp. So nuts, crazy, insane, great work, Hanamura Hellhounds. Your resume coming in this season is very, very strong. My prediction with Hanamura Hellhounds is that they will go undefeated. They will perform what we call the commit, which is winning every leg of the tournament. Stage 1, Stage 2, and the finals. They will commit the tier and go the whole way, winning it all.
Okay.
Hanamura Hellhounds are coming for everybody. I have a good feeling about that one. And Gab, not Gabe. Gab, not Gabe. All right, Transcendence tier, NPC. What's your prediction for the Transcendence tier?
Okay. We talked about him just a minute ago. Again, we're kind of circling back around here. I think Havoc is not going to win the finals. That maybe it's not due to performance. Maybe they just get so swept up and they all get signed into contenders contracts that they can't finish. Maybe
Or get paid.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They maybe whatever. But
all right.
Yeah.
So just to confirm, you're predicting Havoc will break up, basically.
I mean, I said they won't make it to the finals. I'm not saying they're going to break up. I'm just saying that they won't make it to the finals.
NPC saying Havoc will break up.
That's what I said.
You heard it
One
here.
loss. So many personalities on that team. Notables? That dude, he's unhinged.
He's unhinged. All right,
Unhinged.
Specs, what do you think?
Yeah. So obviously a whole new format this season. Couple different brackets based out of team or pool A and pool B. The two finals teams will be teams that come out of that top pool. So no one below that top 4 stands a chance in the tier.
Okay.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. So top teams are going to win.
That's so bold and brave of you.
Oh, well, let me rephrase it then. There's a top 4 teams, and then everyone else is just.
You want to say a
No,
word?
what-
I hear you want to say a
word.
word there.
Just
You
say it.
Just say it. Just say it, Specs. I want to hear it.
Garbage.
There
There
we
you
go.
Okay.
All right.
This is bold
Way
predictions. This is the time to
better.
say it.
Yes, bold predictions from from Specs here. Thug, what do you think?
So for Transcendence here, we're kind of talking about finals. We're talking about things like that. There is one team, despite this one terrible human being, most toxic player in the community, second chance will be in the finals, despite the toxic one himself, the toxic Avenger.
The toxic
Specs.
one.
Specs Overwatch.
It's because he won't see any playtime.
Big brain boys, big brain.
Specs found his way to get to the finals. Just
Ride the bench all the way.
key to
all right. I love you, Specs. I'm sorry. Anyways, my Transcendence tier prediction and the final prediction for Amp It Up today is one of our newest 3 teams. That's right. We had 3 teams join in the 11th hour. Thank you again to those 3 teams for being a part of the community. Ski Corp, Pogfish, Reckless Exiles. I'm sorry, it's not Ski Corp. It was Maximize Gaming. Ski Corp dropped. Then Maximize Gaming kicked in. It got really chaotic near the end there. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. So Maximize Gaming, Pogfish, or Reckless Exiles, we will see one of those 3 teams in the finals facing Havoc. That is my prediction there. My particular pick, I'm honestly really liking what Maximize brings to the table. They look really, really good. So, but we will see. It's gonna be very interesting the whole way through. But that's Amp It Up. Normally we'll have a timer going for that, but I couldn't get the timer to work. It just was stupid. I hate this game. All right, so we'll go into our next segment. This is another one of our weekly recurring segments, and it is a segment where each of us will pick one person, one team, one idea that will fit a single topic. We will stand by it as if we were to put it on a mountain and hold it there for everyone to see, as if it was a large statue honoring presidents or something. That's right, it is Mount Rushmore. That's right. The increased production value of the Tranquility community is very clear this season. And
We're
we
so
bring
good.
you Mount Rushmore, where we will each stand by one name, one team, one opinion that we will go for each topic. And the topic today, we have 3 that we're going to go through. And the first one is MVP. That's right. Predict an MVP for any one of the tiers. Who is the name that you are standing by? NPC, what do you think?
All right. I looked at everything and I wanted to pick an underdog pick. So I picked Sway Lee from Tailwind.
Sway Lee.
I want
tough
Dark
name,
Horse.
too.
I want Dark Horse. There's some favorites out there. I wanted a Dark Horse MVP. I like that.
Any particular reason, just other than wanting a Dark Horse? Or?
I've interacted with their org a little bit. Mike over there, really great.
mhm.
I've seen him play, and I feel like there's potential there. They're going to surprise you.
They're gonna surprise. All right, that's fair. That's fair. Let's see. MVP. What do you think, Specs?
Yeah. Gotta give love to the best role in Overwatch, the main support. A main support is critical to the team. Absolutely critical. And looking at everything, I have to look at the best main support in the community on the best team. Clearly, that goes with Havoc, and that goes with Ymetra. He's incredible. He's an absolutely incredible player. I can't say his name right, so we're gonna go with that one. His name is Travis. I like you, Travis.
It's not Ymetra. It's Travis.
It's Travis.
It's Travis.
Travis.
Yeah, it's Travis.
Travis is great. Absolutely incredible player. The abilities that he brings to Havoc itself is insane. His shot calling, his pre-fight planning, his everything is just insane. So it's him.
I like how chat in arms, all when you said main support, everybody was like, picking himself.
No, absolutely
big
not.
debate. I mean,
No,
It's a great debate. It's a great debate. Thug, what do you think MVP?
All right, so my MVP pick is a little I want to say controversial. It's somebody it's a polarizing figure. Mr. Quick Play himself, Wolven. Now, if Wolven has pop-off potential because he's always on the flank, always in your back line, but we'll see. Mr. Quick Play is my pick for MVP of Harmony Tier.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to be MVP when your corpse is laying by the enemy Brigida who's protecting the Ana.
Mr. Quick Play!
Just saying.
He has all the golds!
Hey,
Sure
that's how you know you win.
That's how he knows he's good. He's got all the gold medals. All right, Wolven MVP. I went with a guy who I talked about a little bit earlier on a team that I talked about a little bit earlier. They're going to commit the tier, and it will be on the back of Gab, not Gabe, Gab. I think he returns to Tranquility after his amazing Season 2 run. Season 4, he is going to be your Discord tier MVP. That is my prediction on that. Now we're going to have a little bit more fun here. Let's pick a player that, we all have fun here. We do. We like to have fun, and one of our favorite things to have fun is play Overwatch. It's interesting, I know. But everybody likes having a good duo partner. And NPC, who would be your favorite duo partner in the community?
Okay, so I look across the community and I look for somebody that, like you said, they want to have fun. They love the game as it is. And then they hate weebs. And so when I'm looking for somebody that meets all those qualifications, somebody that I don't normally play with a lot is Malalia from the Jalapenos. She left through Season 3, went and played in some other tournaments. And then she come back and she's always positive. She's always good. Her SR will fluctuate all over the place. High plat, sometimes high silver. But she's always there. She's always having a good time. Positive attitude. That's what I'm looking for.
You haven't played with her because she's French. She's mean.
To you, maybe.
No, everybody.
That's honestly fair, though. It's mostly Thug.
Yeah, I mean, that's me.
Specs, who's your duo partner?
Yeah, so normally I'm on the weeb hating train, but maybe I'll start to embrace them a little bit. And it really pains me that this kid is getting some. His name's been mentioned more than once on this podcast, and it really pains me. Nyx. It's Nyx.
It's Nyx. It's Nyx ready Overwatch, everybody.
You want to do a support queue. Bold.
That's
very bold.
That's really bold. And he can flex a tank. He's gonna throw, but he can flex a tank.
Oh, yeah.
Hard. So hard throw.
Sure.
All right, Thug. Who's your duo partner?
My duo partner is somebody I've met in person a few times. Somebody I haven't dueled with, but I've played with a few times. Genuinely good dude, loves life. Solitary Bird. I know it's a solitary, but I feel like if I asked the guy, he'd duo with me.
Yeah,
Solitary Bird's.
Wait, hold on. Can you enunciate it more clearly there? I definitely heard something different.
Huh?
You would duo with Solitary Bird?
I meant the sexual thing.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you heard me.
All
correct.
right, I'm in. Let's go. All right. Solitary Bird, the duo partner. I was kind of torn on this one. I had a couple that I was weighing, do I ride with the fellow boomers like a Cavalier or a Thug or an NPC, or do I go the exact opposite? Because I do love the young people. And
whoa, FBI.
16, I'll get you 20 there, Yeti.
Shit.
Yeah. NPC.
He'll be 18 in October.
My favorite duo partner is going to be Rigmadon, from the tank from the currently Tough Luck last season fighting potatoes. Low-key, very strong player, but yeah, he's a really good dude, an excellent tank. He's climbed from like 2,400 at the beginning of last season. Now he's, I think, close to mid-masters. He's climbed like crazy lately. So dude is playing out of his mind, and he's a super, super, super chill guy. Would love playing with Rigmadon. He's awesome. And Would highly recommend it if anybody has the opportunity.
I met him in real life. Also, really good dude in real life. So.
All right. Well, I love the young people is now going to be a meme. Let's move on. Finally, last but not least, is your favorite new team. This can be for any reason. It doesn't have to be because of how good they are or because they paid you, which I'm not saying I got paid because I didn't. I definitely didn't accept payment. NPC, go.
All right. My favorite new team, Bork. Bork not only are very, very strong, but also they have a lot of fun. They're a lot of good people. They play well. They have fun. They practice together. They play quick play together. They play pugs together. They do all sorts of crazy things together. They're genuine, real life friends. And they're also turning that into a very competitive team that's looking pretty good right now.
Yep.
So that's something I'm looking forward to. I know a couple of them in real life here in Dallas, and I mean, that always helps.
All right, Specs, what do you think?
First of all, just got to comment on that NPC. You know, totally agree. It's good to see a Dallas-based team actually be good at Overwatch. It's refreshing.
It's true. That's true.
Very refreshing. So or a team in Texas in general.
Name something more negative. Name
Texas,
something
yeah.
more. Name something more negative. A World War II history study or Specs Twitter game. Seriously, like I don't know what's worse. So, anyways, go ahead.
Outlaws coaching staff.
Here you
So
go.
we're going to. For me, it's the Hanamura Hellhounds. Just the name, the branding, the logo, the colors, the fact that it's based, solely off the map. It's fantastic. Despite the fact that they're an incredible team and definitely going to go far here. I think it's going to be great. So, me bashing real Texas sports teams, Cowboys, lol.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
look, we're all used to it now. That's like part of being a
Yeah,
Texas.
honestly, it's like
When they sign up for a franchise. They're like, well, are you going to win? Because if so, you go to another place.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we're okay with it.
It's true. You just made a lot of people from DC very happy by saying that as well. So, anyways, Thug, who's your favorite new team?
Pogfish.
Okay.
Because I want to say it.
You just really wanted to say the
Pogfish.
name.
I did. It's a
God,
cool logo.
it's such a great name and logo.
It's such a cool name. It's like, I have no idea anybody on the team. They could all be awful for all I know. But their name's Pogfish. It's such a cool name. It was like Jetpack Cats when they came in. It's like, y'all get it. Y'all get the idea of this crazy, crazy reality we live in.
They're having fun. We just have fun here, boys and girls. That's all we're here to do.
Pogfish.
Pogfish. All right. My new team that I picked, again, honestly, the name, the logo, the people that I've interacted with, super cool people. Space Invaders. Great name, really fun logo. Love that logo, and great interaction so far. I look forward to stomping them in the Harmony tier. It's going to be a lot of. I'm sorry. Did I say stomping you? I'm sorry. That was toxic of me.
Yeah.
I play them on Wednesday, so I'll let you know.
Yeah, let us know how it goes. Yeah.
Catch you on your stream. I'm on NPC.
And for all the new teams, on behalf of everyone, we do wish you a welcome here to the Tranquility community. We are glad you're part of it. It is a lot of fun. Remember, the key thing that I always say is you will get out of it what you put into it. We do a ton of stuff here. We really invest in the players, the teams, and all of you. We really want you guys to put everything into it as well, and you will get the most possible fun out of it. Trust me, it's very rewarding once you do that. So, we're going to get into another topic here, and that is the Hall of Fame for the Tranquility community. Last season, we introduced the Hall of Fame, where we introduced the first four inductees that were voted in by a panel of veteran Tranquility leadership. Includes people like everybody in this channel here. Cavalier was involved. Smugs.
Is it too late to send you votes?
Yeah, yes, it is.
I forgot to.
You fucked up. Yes.
Shit.
You're stupid. But players also like Sneaky Kittens, Triage, additional leadership as well. Viridian from the Comets, people who've been around for pretty much season 1, season 2, and have been in leadership. So again, we have the four initial inductees. That was Velzen, Dunzo, and Nerdables, who are all back this season in the Transcendence tier as part of Havoc, and now also Orsted as well. So a key thing has changed now with the Hall of Fame. It used to be just for players who are no longer in the community. Well, we have the Transcendence tier now. can't can't really do that anymore, so that doesn't really work. So Hall of Fame is a little bit different now. Rather than being all about individual players who have come and gone and moved on past Tranquility, it's people who deserve the recognition for bringing the best to Tranquility that we have seen in our existence over the past few years. So this is the group of nominees that were selected. These are the top 10 plus ties. It actually ended up being 14 nominees. The voting will then follow for the same people who were picked to nominate. They will pick up to 7 total players. If somebody receives 70% of all voters' votes, they will be in the Hall of Fame, more similar to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame for those who are familiar with that. So here are your Hall of Fame nominees in Season 4. We have NPC, Ensol, Cavalier, Ski Free Yeti, I know that guy, Courage, Thuggington, Kitty Baka, HQC, Impers, Juke, Cryptic Force, Door, Smugs, and Bethcon. So Bethcon 2, sorry. So to all of our Hall of Fame nominees, we welcome you. There were a lot of people who were really close, a lot of really good people who bring a lot to the community, who were right on the cusp of being here. And I'm not kidding. There was like 5 people tied for next. So lots of people who bring a lot to the community who didn't get acknowledged here, but these are the people that were picked, and they're picked for different reasons. It's not just about who is a talented player. It's about who has brought something to the community. I do definitely think there's some snubs up there for sure, but we can touch on that another time. I think, obviously there's people like, Specs, obviously, I think is a huge snub, but that actually was a little surprising to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Look at his face. Yeah, he's so sad.
No.
I mean, yeah, I look up there and I see all these veterans, but I mean, what really stands out is people like.
No, you can keep going, NPC. I need to check. Something.
Juke and Door. They were just Season 3. Like everybody else up there was Season 2, Season 1, Season 2, so on and so forth. They've only been around 1 season, but they contributed so much as far as like our Twitch productions,
Yep.
Pardon the technical difficulties, everyone, but there's one more name who wasn't on the list that was definitely really high in nominations, and that's Specs. Specs in the 11th hour.
Sure he was there.
I know, and we had other people watching the nominations. I just screwed up the graphics, so that's on me. Specs is also one of your Hall of Fame nominees this season. So, yay!
He's gonna say cryptic, but not
yay Specs, yay Specs. That's awkward.
Mighty Bear, come on,
Yes, so that's awkward for me. I apologize. But Specs in the 11th hour is your final nominee. So congratulations again to all of our nominees. We will have the voting starting this week, and we will begin unveiling your Hall of Fame class for Season 4 in future podcasts. So stay tuned for that. Moving on, then we go to our first non-recurring segment, and that is second, but whatever. That is a segment I'm calling Top of the Class, and what that is a breakdown in each and every pool. As you know, we have a new setup this season. We have Stage 1, where we will break down into Pool A and B in each tier. The top 2 teams from each tier or each pool will then go into the next round in the top pool. They will represent the top talent of the tier, and they will play against each other to get seeded for the playoffs. So the question that remains is, who will be the top of the class in each tier? So we're going to start it off in the Harmony tier, and we are going to look at Pool A. In Pool A, we have Modify, Karma, Get Off My Land, Space Invaders, Comets, and Fighting Potatoes. And we are going to start off here. NPC, what do you think here? Who stands out as the top 2 teams?
Top 2 teams. Obviously, I got to go Comets. Not only, I predicted this before they won the finals. I was on that team last season, and I know that, it was kind of divided. Some of us were kind of casual, and some of us were pretty try-hards, and they knew they wanted to win, and they knew what it took. And so that's kind of why I departed from the Comets, to give them that chance, to stop weighing them down, because I knew I was. So without me on the team, I knew they would be really successful. Funny Name has just done an excellent job of managing that org, and he's trying to put together the best team he can. So I definitely see the Comets doing well. And I wanted to pick a dark horse. I want to pick Karma. Karma's due for a win here. Karma's going to come back and get you.
Well, they don't have me on the team anymore, so that's a huge boon.
Exactly.
The
So without all
huge
that dead
boon.
weight.
Huge boon. So I was the problem. Specs, what do you think?
Yeah, for me, I mean, Comets is pretty much a lock in, and again, this was also before the finals. They just look incredibly strong, so lock in.
Anybody else? You got one more team to pick.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm remaining unbiased in 2020, so I'm not gonna pick Karma, even though I really want to.
I already did.
And I can't. Unbiased host, by the way. So I look at the rest of the group, and it's all kind of a toss up, to be honest. And I think Get Off My Land, Just Get Lucky. I'm gonna be honest. So
we totally didn't rehearse this. We
No.
totally didn't like pick each other's. No.
All right, Thug, can you set them straight, please?
I'm gonna agree with both of them at this point and say Comets. And again, this was picked before. They're a very strong team. It's a veteran organization, a lot of veteran players. They understand kind of how it works, and they have a really good coaching staff too. HQC's kind of nutty, little French Canadian friend. And the other team I picked is a team that we don't know a lot about. I know a little bit about them because I looked at all their accounts.
Oh, stalker!
That's
Hello?
my job.
Yes.
And I'm picking Modify. There's not a whole lot we know about them. Part of the kind of the prodigious family, and roster reveals aside, the team's got a lot of strength. So I could see Modify doing some work.
Interesting picks, but all incorrect. Because it's going to Comets. I'll agree on. I think Comets.
Thank you.
Comets are the class of that group, and I don't think it's close. Actually, I think the Comets outright handily dominate that group. I don't think there's a team that can hold a candle to them. That said, the second team is going to be the Fighting Potatoes. I think the Fighting Potatoes make a run. They finish at 4-1, and I think they are the second A-tier team for the Harmony tier, which, by the way, would lock them in the playoffs. So they're going to be a hot topic this season. They've been everybody's favorite for a long time, and it would be really nice to finally see them break through and get off the schneid a little bit, kind of pull off the Cleveland Browns type run here. And then inevitably fail, that means. So anyways,
Yeah. Say, did they not make the playoffs this season?
Shut up, guys. Shut up.
Sports ball.
Sports ball. All right. And then we go to the B pool for the Harmony tier. We got 6 teams in here. We have DDoS, Flashbacks, Bork, Holy Jalapenos, your season 3 champion, Boop, and Jetpack Cats. NPC, what do you think? Who stands out as the top of the class in the pool B in the Harmony tier?
Okay, Pool B. Also predicted before most of the preseason was over, I picked Bork. I like the team. I feel like they're just going to get stronger over the season. And then I picked the dark horse, and my dark horse is going to be Boop. I've played with them quite a bit. I know that they're also restructuring in a very similar way to the Comets. So I feel like Boop. Yes, I feel like they're restructuring quite a bit, and they're making some changes that are gonna help them stay competitive this season.
Specs, what do you think?
I think whoever's in this group, you got incredibly unlucky. Out of all 6 pools here, this is the hardest pool to come out of. I think it's really up to anyone at the end of the day. But one team really does stand above the rest, and that's DDoS. So I think they come out number 1. They have to. For a serious note, though, Bork come out and win the pool. DDoS comes in a close second with like a 4-way tie, based on like map differential. That's how this pool is going to be determined. It's just going to be way too close to call.
I mean, I can get behind that prediction. I don't know about it, but Thug, what do you think?
Okay, Bork. I made this prediction legitimately right after they played them, and we played them, and I'm like, wow, we got stomped. They must be super serious. Then I watched Caden stream. I'm like, God damn it, They're just screwing around.
They're good and having a good
They're
time.
good. And
hell?
how can they be good and have fun at the same time?
I know.
Do that.
No, that's not fun for any of us. We're not having fun.
But no, it's fun to see, and it's really heartwarming for me to see Bork do that. So anyway, my second pick was the Holy Jalapenos. Holy Jalapenos season 3 champs. There's a lot of returning members, a lot of veterans, and a good coaching staff. So I see the Jalapenos moving on.
This pool, I agree with what Spec said. This is the best pool in the tier of any of the tiers, like in relative to the competition of that tier. I think 6 of the top 8 teams are based out of this tier. Oh, hi, Baby Thug. And I think 6. Yeah, I think there are 6. Like I said, 6 of the top 8 teams are out of this tier or out of this pool. It's that talented, that good, and that deep. Whoever comes out of this pool is going to really give Comets a big run for their money. So it
Say hi.
That's adorable, everyone. Honestly, that's adorable. For those of you who can't see and are watching on Spotify, you're missing a treat. This is adorable.
Well, they're not watching; they're listening.
Well, that's true. They're
Yes,
listening on Spotify.
yes. Watch us on Spotify.
Yes,
Please.
and listen on Twitch. All right. No, for me, I went with Bork just because I think, again, it seems to be an agreement. All of us, Bork is the top of that tier or that pool, but I do think it could be anybody's round, honestly. The other team that I picked out of that, it was really tough, but I went with Flashbacks. Good coach team, well-coached team. They're the only team in any tier with like 55 coaches. So I feel like
them last night. We know.
Yeah, we scrimmed them. They had like 12 spectators. It was a little insane. I'm pretty sure each one of them were being spectated by a coach, and then their coach was also being spectated for quality control. So yeah, so it's an interesting one, but I think Flashbacks are a really good, could be a very good team. But I think, like I said, it's going to be anybody's run. Honestly, Bork and Flashbacks could finish bottom of the tier or that pool, and it wouldn't surprise me. That's the crazy thing to me. Like, it wouldn't that pool is stacked. So anyways, let's go to the Discord tier now. Top of the class for the A tier. Let's take a look. I'm sorry, pool A for the Discord tier. We have Prodigious, Instalock, Heckin' Habaneros, Tough Luck, Airstrike, Illusion, Legion, and Beer Pressure. That is a fun team name, by the way. Really a lot of good team names in there. Beer Pressure, love it. Heckin' Habaneros, that's fun to say.
Heckin' habaneros.
Heckin' Habaneros.
I keep saying holy habaneros.
I know, I've said it many times
like,
too.
Yeah.
They probably hate it.
NPC, what do you think?
Well, speaking of habaneros, I got the habaneros. I see a lot of potential there. You know, they got some big personalities, and hopefully they don't just completely crumble after one loss. And speaking of personalities, I also have Tough Luck. So I picked the personality teams to be the top of the class there.
I think the personalities are gone on Tough Luck now. We
But are they though? I mean, it's
no,
still
they still have Hybrid and Capital.
We still coach.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead, Specs.
Again, we're remaining unbiased in 2020. so that means Instalock and Tough Luck. I'm sorry, I just can't pick you. Regardless of that here, just like I thought Pool B in Harmony was the strongest tier, I think Pool A in Discord is the weakest tier. And that's not a shot at any teams individually. I think
direct shots, take it personally.
You know what? Yeah.
At him on Twitter at SpexGG.
Please sauce me the follow.
Yeah, he loves him Twitter interactions.
Yeah.
Yes, if you love high quality Houston Outlaws content.
Go on.
For real though, I think Habaneros is a pretty good bet here. And then I also have Illusion. But to be honest, this is wide open. I don't have a gauge on this one at all. Yeah,
that's a really fair analysis there. So Thug, what do you think?
So my two teams, I agree with Specs and to a degree with Illusion. Illusion looks like a really really strong team. Plus, they have Pixel, so you win by default.
Pixel, for those who are unfamiliar.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh,
This is season.
Pixel MVP.
Mhm.
It should have been my
MVP.
MVP pick earlier.
Yep. You can see him on your screen covering Thug now.
That's okay. He exists. I
anyways,
love it.
go ahead, Thug.
Team number 2 is the Heckin' Habaneros. Heckin' Habaneros have a lot of, again, it's returning members, and I look at a lot of teams with a lot of returning members, and they already have it's a lot of players that already have some synergy from season 3 into season 4. Kind of the Holy Habaneros matured into the Heckin' Habaneros, that's just a funny name. Plus, it looks like it's a cool logo. It's just dope. Yeah, that's my squad.
I'm going with an underdog pick for my first one here. I'm going Airstrike with my first pick. I think they're a better team than people are expecting. And they have Cryptic Force.
I was about to say they're too good for Cryptic
And
Force.
honestly,
what they are.
honestly, yeah, if they're gonna find a way to carry his Big Mac eating ass through the tier, then honestly, they should.
I don't
they
think he's
deserve
Big
to be.
Macs. He's
He's
just
the Chicky
Nuggies.
Nugs.
Oh, he's
Just
Nuggies.
yeah.
he's the nugget.
Just
Yeah, he
nuggies.
just eats the nuggies. You're right.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. You okay, Specs?
No, he fits the stereotype so well.
I know.
Yeah.
He's a Nuggie guy, see?
He's a nugget.
guy.
All right. So I think Airstrike and I think Tough Love. I think those are the two teams that stand out to me. The tier is the pool. I don't think they're the weakest pool of any of the pools talent wise relative to their tier. It's hard to say that honestly. There's a few tiers or pools who I think could make that argument in all three tiers.
Talk about one later.
We'll talk about one, yeah. Anyways, and yeah, Airstrike and Tough Luck, I think, are the two teams there. Let's go to the pool B here in the Discord tier. We have Hanamura Hellhounds, Eclipse, your preseason champions, Caliber, Maelstrom, Overtime, Alt F4, One Tricks, and Tailwind. Interesting pool here. Some returning teams, some teams who were in briefly last season, then weren't, and now are back. And it's an interesting little pool there, guys. NPC, what do you think?
I since I went personalities for Pool A, I went the opposite in Pool B. I picked Tailwind and Hellhounds. I think those are the two teams that both show the most potential. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. This is Specs was right. The A tier was kind of not as good as the B tier. The B tier seems to always be the strongest set so far. So I'm going to go Hellhounds and Tailwind, but could be anybody.
And as a reminder, these tiers were picked at random. This is a completely random draw. So if you got another tough pool, well, tough cookies. That's how it crumbles sometimes. So, what do you think, Specs?
Yeah, I mean, this is another tier that I just my bias can't come out on. So I'm sorry, Caliber. I can't pick you guys. I'm friends with too many of you guys on the team there.
You wouldn't have picked Caliber anyways.
I'm sorry, Illusion. I can't pick you guys either because Rocket coaches you and he plays with second chance. And you guys are bad, so it's fine. Or Eclipse, yes. So I mean, so at the end of the day, have to agree directly with NPC, Hellhounds and Tailwind. I think those are two massive teams to watch here.
Bug, what do you think?
I also want Hellhounds. We all seem to agree on at least one team. We're so smart, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And my second team is this pains me to say more than anyone could possibly imagine. Eclipse.
Why does it pain you?
Because they're all a bunch of stupid Zoomers, and all they do is make money moves, but none of them have the money to spend. It hurts me. It hurts me to my core. But it's a good freaking team. I wish I didn't want to punch them all in the suck holes and ground them and take away their allowance. It's just me. That's just me.
It's kind of toxic.
I mean, it's honesty. You guys, I'm just an honest guy saying honest things. I'm an old man.
So I love the young
garbage.
people, and Thug wants to punch them. So
right in their suck holes. Just,
yes. All right. Well, both of us are going to prison tonight. So
see you there.
Yeah. Let's go. We're gonna go.
Died, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Specs is dead. We're gonna go to the B tier, still back with me. Oh, all that for that.
See?
You got to raise up. The frames are cutting it off. There you go.
Better.
There you go, right in the center. Beautiful. All right. Welcome back, Mr. Whiteboard. We missed you so much. For those of you who were listening on Spotify at a later time, that whiteboard will not be read.
No, I will read it. I'll do a dramatic reading right now.
Oh, okay.
How can you make money moves when you don't make money?
That's fair.
Zoomers.
That's fair.
It's deep.
Yeah,
So,
really,
anyways,
that's-
toxicity against Eclipse aside, Eclipse is the best team in the pool. So I'm saying Eclipse, or one of the best teams in the pool. I think it's honestly a clear top 2. I think Caliber and Tailwind are right behind these guys. But for me, it's a clear 2 top A, 2 top B, and then a jumble mess for the remaining 4. But for me, it's clear. It's Hellhounds and Eclipse. They are going to have some epic battles, I think, this season. I think that might be a preview of your finals, honestly, in this tier. So I think Hellhounds, Eclipse, both really good teams, and I think they clearly will come out of the A pool here. But let's go to the Transcendence tier now. Transcendence tier is our newest tier. It is the open tier. We have a wide variety of SRs representing from all the way down to 3,600, 3,500 roughly, all the way up to the highest SR team, which is actually Maximize Gaming. So something to keep in mind. It's not Havoc, which everybody might have thought, but I think at a certain point, what even is SR anymore?
Yeah. Well, once you hit Grandmaster, I mean, once you're in top 500, why do you even need it?
Trust me.
I mean,
most of us know.
Yeah. No, well, honestly,
Except
once you've been a top 10 DPS like me, you just don't even need to, Anyways, let's go to the Transcendence tier, Pool A. We lead with Havoc, Wrap It Up, Animus, Uncommitted. That's your commit to your season 3 champions in the Discord tier. Malevolent Gaming, Maximize Gaming, Orbit, and the Exiles. An interesting tier featuring, again, 2 new teams. A lot of variety here, a lot of different teams to choose from. NPC, what did you think? The top 2 teams that are coming out of here.
Okay, I don't know a lot about it. A lot of these teams. Okay, I'm going to be perfectly honest. So I picked Havoc because I know them and I trust them, and then I picked Orbit because there's something about that logo that just it feels like home. It feels so familiar. I just love the Orbit logo.
Can you put your finger on why?
It ain't their roster.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's something about the
Jesus,
logo.
Specs.
Come on, Specs. It's the logo. It's
The logo's great. Logo and branding is great.
Yeah.
Give them all
It
the
just
credit
feels like a homecoming. Like
Oh, Specs. Okay, Specs. Let's go to your opinions now. What do you think, buddy?
Oh, we
boy.
love Specs.
Hey, you know what? This tier is right in my wheelhouse. Know a lot about this one. Gonna make a quick kind of audible because I didn't know about Maximize or any of their roster at all. So we're gonna go with Maximize.
Specs picking the highest SR team.
Well, here's the thing here.
Bold move.
SR matters to a point, and that point is like 4,400, and none of us are there. So anything below that SR matters.
Combined, Yeti and I are.
Yeah. If you combine our SRs, we're almost
Are you
5,000.
really?
I mean, your age is 44, but like that's close enough too.
That's just NPC.
So,
Yeah, that's just
me,
NPC. Yeah. So
shit. But no, I think Maximize and Havoc are the 2 shoo-ins at this point. Then.
all right, Thug, what do you think?
I have Havoc mainly because of Nerdables' smile, specifically. He's got his pearly whites are great.
Big
That's the only reason. And my second team, it's Wrap It Up. Now, Wrap It Up has a lot of work cut out for it. Mainly on the not getting kicked out of the community level.
It's a bold take there.
So here's the thing. As you tell, as a young man, you get told by your father, "Hey kid, wrap it up or you're going to make a lot of mistakes." This is me theoretically telling you to wrap it up or you're going to make a lot of mistakes that are uncontrollable and you can't take them back. I have a small child. I know. End scene.
Well, I'm going to wrap it up here myself with predictions kind of falling in line here. I'm going to go Havoc and Maximize. I do think that Wrap It Up will contend. I do think they'll be up there for sure. But I think Havoc and Maximize are going to end up being your A tier team. It's crunch time, boys. It's crunch time. Any crunchers? Do we got crunchers in chat, everybody?
Crunchers in chat?
We got crunchers? Anybody? Get your crunch times in chat, everybody. All right. And let's take it over to the B tier right now, or the B pool, sorry. That is Volume 51, Venomous, The Ungentleman, Pogfish, God, it's such a great name. Corvidity, Poisonous, The Houston In-Laws, and Second Chance. NPC, you're gonna kick it off here. Who's gonna come out of this tier?
Okay.
Or this pool?
I'm gonna go on gentlemen. I'm gonna think on gentlemen. I think I mean, looking at their roster, looking at their numbers, I think on gentlemen are gonna come out on top. And I made an agreement with Specs earlier. We're gonna pick each other's favorite teams, and I'm gonna pick Second Chance here. That way, quid pro quo. So, that's what I'm picking.
All right, bold. Specs, let's hear your completely unbiased takes.
I lied about the tier, of or the A pool in Discord being the worst tier or worst pool. There's a clear top 3. Everyone else, I'm sorry. Again, 2020, the year of unbiased Specs. I can't pick Second Chance. I physically can't do it. So gonna go with Poisonous number 1, and then I'm gonna go with Ungentleman number 2.
That's fair. That's a good picks. Honestly, good picks.
They're not bad. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, Thug, what do you think?
So I have Ungentleman as one of my picks. They seem to be a good pick across the board. Seem like a really solid team, a lot of solid players. I was really close to picking the In-Laws because I'm pretty sure they could beat the Outlaws at this point.
Quite easy.
Honestly, not hard. Not hard.
So my other pick was Second Chance. I think the team does really well. Has a lot of potential and a lot of opportunity. And also, I do want to point out Ungentleman has a player named Yeti. So we have 3 Yetis in the community. What the hell's going on? Someone that doesn't say Bigfoot exists, just check Trank, bro. Check Trank.
Yeti's not Bigfoot. They're different.
They're different things.
They're the
They're
same.
not. They're not though.
They're the same
they're not
thing.
the
It's the same thing. They're the same thing.
Don't assume
No.
my. Don't
You know what,
assume. Don't
next
assume
week-
my
next week-
genus.
Please have
Okay.
debate this. Sam Squatch.
All right.
Sam Squatch.
Fair enough.
Sasquatch and Bigfoot are the same thing.
Fair enough. So let's
take
go
this
ahead.
off. We'll take this
I'm
off.
gonna go ahead with the correct picks. And my personal choices here. I went with Second Chance. I don't know why.
Take it back.
I'm regretting it honestly.
I also take
With
my back.
every single pose that he does, I am regretting it. But my personal thing is I believe in the season 2 MVP Smugs, and I believe in Cosro. I believe in all of them. I think they will take this team as far as they can. And I have a very important phone call I need to take. My other team is Ungentleman, and we're gonna go ahead to the next segment. I need to mute.
What is the next segment, Yeti?
No, it's fine.
Question of the week. Question of the week.
Which
Returning player do you think will have the biggest impact for their team this upcoming season? So it's a returning player that will make a biggest impact on the team that they're on. I guess I'll go first since I always go first. Age before beauty, I suppose.
Always.
But I have both. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with Specs. I feel like he's done a lot. He's grown a lot as a player. He's even being unbiased so far in the podcast. I feel like he's gonna bring a lot to Second Chance. As much as it pains me to see him over there smiling, I know that deep down under all that exterior, he's got a heart of gold, and he's bringing it to that team.
He's blushing, or is just alcohol abuse? I don't know.
He's on his 4th
I'm
claw.
alcoholic.
So
Hey, 3.
4.
5.
3.
Specs, you're up next. Who's your returning player?
3 on camera.
Oh, I gave an answer to this. I need to figure out what that is. J Vice. J Vice.
So why J Vice?
As much as I underrate the Eclipse roster because you guys are average at best, J Vice is going to be an MVP candidate in the Discord tier. His overall play and skill is just far above anyone on this roster. So they're going to be a great player there.
Okay. And I'm not gonna argue with you, kid. For me, my returning player that's going to have the biggest impact, this player, his impact's going to be felt more as an administrator, a GM, than it is a player, and that's Capital. So Capital had a rough start to season 3. Zoomer's gonna zoom, doing Zoom things. Capital understands what Trank is about now. He understands what it means. So I think Capital's gonna to impart that, I dare I say, wisdom upon his team full of Zoomers. Scrimming him last night, it was fun because it, like most Zoomers, that has filled chat with garbage, but none of it was from Capital. And for me, that was pretty heartening to see. So I'm gonna say Capital.
Is it my turn now?
Why were you grinning like an idiot?
I may have mentioned this on Twitter, but I just got the phone call that I am an uncle. My nephew was my nephew was born 1 hour ago, so I am.
They waited an hour to call you.
Can you blame? I mean, they've been a little busy.
Too long.
She only was in labor for like 30 hours, so let's cut her a little slack.
What's his name?
His name's Landon. So, and then he has my dad's middle name as my dad's name as a middle name. So
Nice.
it's
That's nice.
yeah.
Congrats,
I might be a little emotional right now. So
You look at you.
normally
You smile so big.
normally I don't get normally I don't interrupt the podcast for phone calls, but
That was a good one.
that was
All
a
right.
good, that was a good one.
We'll allow it.
I
I'll
knew
allow
that
it.
I knew it, and I had to take it, y'all. So yeah.
So it's your turn for the
yeah.
returning player that you think will have the biggest impact on their team.
Can I just do new player? Landon is
Landon. He's big impact on DDoS already.
Yeah, huge. Honestly, DDoS future DPS right there. He's gonna carry. He's gonna be the next PDK kid. So except better. Anyways,
good.
yeah. Except no, we shouldn't be so mean. We're bullying PDK.
Poor PDK,
Yeah,
I pick him as MVP.
we pick him because we love him. We pick on him because we love PDK.
That's
But
true.
anyways, so anyways, my favorite returning player this season, and this one actually was a little hard for me to pick initially, but I ended up going with didn't write it down.
Yes, you did.
Must have been a clear choice.
Well,
Well, while he's looking at that,
Hey,
it's
Eddie,
crunch
I'd
time.
recommend checking
I
the
got you.
chat. Yeah.
I'll put it in here, Eddie. I got you, bro.
thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted, guys, and I apologize.
That's okay. Hey,
I just
we
had some
love
big
you,
news happen, so I'm a little all over the place here. So my favorite returning player, actually a combination of two. They're on the comments. Was a combination of Funny Name and Alex. Those two are kind of the two pieces of comments that are returning from season 3. And I went with 2. I realized that's not technically the question, but they're big for that team. Funny Name has done a really good job. He's been very aggressive in his recruiting, which some people might look at as maybe a little too much, but it paid off. They have a really talented team sitting in front of them. Alex joined the community last season as a like an 1800. Like, he was really low SR, but he came in with the Pythons, which the Pythons had their own problems. But then he stuck around. He joined the Comets, and he's playing May at a very high level for that tier. So he's doing really well. That team looks scary, and I think Funny Name and Alex are a big reason as to why. So the next name here for the new player, and I thought this one was actually really easy. This was Aura for Tough Luck. Aura role locked into DPS because he's a Grandmaster tank.
And support.
And support. He's an incredibly knowledgeable, talented player. He'll play every map for Tough Luck for a reason, because he's that good. He's that talented. He can literally just throw a team on his back and carry the hell out of them. And he will do that this season many, many times, mostly because he has to carry Stanky Pants, and that's the hardest thing, honestly. Some stanky pants. No, I'm just kidding. Stanky's wonderful. It's really hybrid. That's the problem. But anyway, so Aura is huge, and Aura is a big part. Stanky, I'm sorry, I love you. I do think Aura is going to be a big part of why Tough Luck is an A-tier team this season. All right, let's go to one of our final segments here, and that is the feature match predictions. As you guys know, we do have feature matches going on all season on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Friday is the recorded match from Wednesday. The normal days for people are Tuesday for the Harmony tier, Thursday for the Discord tier, and Friday's recorded match is the Transcendence tier. So, features this week, we bring you the video's not working.
Super cool.
Huge.
That's awesome.
Excellent production
I
values.
love
so well.
10, baby.
I love when things work the way they're supposed to.
Yeah, this is the Tranquility
Mhm.
Irish podcast. I guess, what are we going to do?
Yeah, so this happens from time to time, so we are just I apologize for the delay here as we try to fix it. But there we go. We have Bork versus the Holy Jalapenos. That is happening tomorrow at 8:30, kicking off our season. Then we have the Hanamura Hellhounds and Tailwind on Thursday at 8:30, and we end on Friday with Pogfish taking on Corvidity again to kick off. That is again the recorded match for the tier. Guys, let's break it down each one. Let's start in the Harmony tier. Returning champs Holy Jalapenos taking on Bork. Who's going to come out of that one? NBC, go.
It's crunch time for these teams, but I think Bork is going to come out on top. I've seen him scrim. I've seen him practice. They have a good time, and they're good at the game. That never happens. I got Bork.
What do you think, Specs?
First of all, imagine having fun while playing Overwatch. Lol.
Right?
Imagine.
And what the bald dude said.
All right, chat, I want to hear from you guys who you got in this one. Thug, what do you think?
For me, I'm going the opposite. I think there's going to be a little hangover from the preseason. Jalapenos have a lot of tape on Bork. Bork came in just with nothing. We don't know anything about him. Jalapenos are going to do some exploring, a little scouting, and I take Jalapenos in the first match.
Going to be a really good match to kick
Bork's
off,
really good, though.
to
It's
kick
gonna
off
be a
our
tough-
season. It'll be a very,
I'm
very,
excited.
very, very good match. I'm going to pick Bork. I think it's going to be close. It's going to be like a 3-2 type win for Bork. Holy Jalapenos, there's not going to be a hangover from them, guys. Yeah, they don't have Mallard or Needle or Johnny Robot. They're not returning any of those players, or Torb only / boring. None of those guys are back, but honestly, I don't think it matters. I really don't, because those guys are good, and there's still some talent there. Bethcon leading the way. It's going to be great. You have Mallard helping coach that team. Spooderman's going to be weighing in, I'm sure. A lot of talent there. But I think Bork is just going to squeak this one out here in a 3-2 win. Let's go to Thursday's match between the Hanamura Hellhounds, much hyped Hanamura Hellhounds, and Tailwind. Another really, really good match. What do you think, NPC?
It's going to be another close one.
Chat, again,
Another
I want to hear
really-
from you.
Really, really good match. Hanamura Hellhounds, Tailwind, both really good, but I got to give it to Tailwind. I see Swaley, Soli, Kogarashi, Mike. Those are people that we know ancillary. Like, we've seen them play in other tournaments. They're connected to us somehow, but I feel like Tailwind is gonna eke this out. I mean, Hellhounds have a lot of hype, and everybody keeps saying, "Oh, they're gonna go undefeated," and they're really, really good. They are. They're really good. It's gonna be a good match. But I think Tailwind are my underdog pick here.
What do you think here, Bex?
I thought I was bucking the trend here. I didn't say who I thought would be first between Tailwind and Hellhounds, because I think it's going to be Tailwind. I have Tailwind winning this one as well.
Specs, what do you think?
I mean, Thug.
I said,
Tailwind.
did I say Specs? I meant Thug.
Yes, you did.
That's okay. I knew you meant me. I was going to start
Specs,
talking.
tell us what you think again.
No, stop. No. Actually, you could just copy pasta it because I also picked Tailwind in this one. I have Hellhounds doing really well, but I'm picking Tail. This is gonna be a really like Harmony tier first feature, Discord tier first feature. Really solid teams. They're gonna be really fun matches, and make sure you tune into them because they're gonna be real dope.
Real dope.
Tailwind.
Hanamura Hellhounds, I said they're going to go undefeated, and they're going to start with this match. So you got 3-1. Hanamura Hellhounds take this one and introduce themselves to us all, and we all quiver in our boots for the season.
Can we get a clip of that in chat, please? I would like to, a 3 seconds before, disaster kind of thing when they go all in 1 week 1.
Ooh.
Just need.
Wow, that's bold. All right.
Sorry, Mr. Unbiased Specs. Anyways. And finally, pardon me, we have Pogfish and Corvidity in our recorded Friday feature. What do you think, Specs? I'm sorry, the NPC. Your NPC. Go ahead.
Specs the NPC.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm still floating, everyone. I'm sorry.
Let's take a look here. I refuse to say the name of the other team because I just don't want to say it. I'm the opposite of Thug. He wanted to say it on stream. I just can't get it out of my mouth. So I'm going to pick Corvidity. Yeah.
You just don't want to say the name.
It's another underdog pick, I think.
Are you avoiding saying the team name?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not something I want to say.
And you wanted to try to blend in with the Zoomers. Disappointed in you.
No, I don't know what about me says I want to blend in with the Zoomers.
I mean,
today. Sometimes I do.
Today, yeah.
But not today.
All right. Again, chat, looking for opinions on this one. What do you think, Specs?
I mean, first of all, NPC, considering you're in Dallas there with the Dallas Fuel and you're at the retirement home for washed up Overwatch players, you fit right in.
Farfig.
Oh my god. Dude, the man's already dead inside. Do you have to do that to him? He's a Dallas Fuel fan. I mean, how do you think he feels?
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I feel right at home now.
Oh. Anyways.
Hi, fellow gamers.
Or no, by the way. So it has to be Pogfish here. This one's not going to be close. It's just not.
All right. That's a big statement there. What do you think, Thug?
Pogfish.
Oh.
That's all. That's all. Just anything else you want to add? All right. That's going to be a great clip for later. And there he lost NPC. He's just gone. He's just gone. All right. Sorry, everybody. We killed him. He's finally had enough.
He's back now.
I'm back. I can't hear you over all this crunching.
Actually, we can't see anything right now because you're staying still. There we go.
Oh no.
He died.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's all gone. He's back. Wait.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead with
quick.
Close Logitech capture.
I'm gonna go ahead with I'm going with the Pogfish as well. All right, let's get this thing moving.
Before NPC doesn't come back and we have to go to weird stuff.
Last but certainly not least, we have the upset special that is our final pick for the day. Upset special is the match that we think is going to be an upset, or as the community would perceive as an upset, that is going to happen. Let's start off with NPC when he comes back. I think he's dead. I think he's gone.
Oh no.
I think he's gone.
Look at this layout, boys. Look at this.
No,
oh my god. NPC, you've ruined everything.
Don't do that, NPC.
Oh my god.
I'm back.
He's back.
All right, just no camera right now. That's okay.
Wait. Really?
No.
All right.
No.
Just leave it like that. You're fine.
That works.
Keep going.
All right. Let's go to Specs first now because NPC is up. Oh god. Okay.
Quickly!
All right.
Go!
All right.
Oh lord. All right. So
God, this is so scuffed. Oh my god. Oh, no.
Just go forward.
All right.
All right. So my picks here: the upset special, volume 51 and second chance.
I'm really having
volume 51 are going to be very upset after they lose.
I believe that you are really having trouble. So
it's crunch time though.
It is crunch time.
It is crunch time. All right. Anyways, Specs, repeat that one more time for everybody who is distracted by the silliness going on in our podcast there.
Volume 51 and Second Chance, because Volume 51 are going to be very upset after this match.
Oof. So that's
Okay, but
that's
the
a
actual
bad joke. So
it's a real bad joke. It's a boomer podcast. I figured I would fit in.
No,
yeah,
get better.
you
kid.
got to do better
Yeah,
than
no.
that.
I look at the Jetpack Cats DDoS game, and I think there's a clear favorite with Jetpack Cats, and I think that clear favorite is going to lose 3-1 to DDoS.
All right. Interesting. Specs.
Something has
or
happened.
NPC. Let's go with you.
Okay, because I just want to find out what how much he's getting here, because Specs has picked DDoS time and time again. Anytime
They bought me cases.
he's picking Mix. Mix, are you paying him? What is the deal here? There's just like something going on. I don't know. I
But
don't
now
like
it's-
it.
it's your pick now,
I think it's collusion. I'm gonna call it right now, collusion.
That's a bold statement, sir. Bold.
No. All right. So my upset special. Let's pick it here. I'm gonna pick Beer Pressure over Prodigious. I just looked at their players. I looked at their lineups. Guava, Melts, Direct, and Blue. I like it. I feel like Prodigious. They played a lot of off meta stuff last time, but I don't know. We'll see. Beer Pressure have a lot to prove, but I feel like that's the motivation they need.
All right. What do you think, Thug? Upset special.
My upset special is a perception based on last season, because we don't know much about these two teams, but I'm picking Alt F4 over Caliber. If you would have dropped back to season 3 and anyone would have picked Alt F4 over Caliber, I would have been laughed off this podcast. However, I'm picking Alt F4 here. I think they have what it takes, and I think if you put up a poll, it's going to be Caliber picked over Alt F4. But got my boys in the old quit.
Yeah, that's honestly a really, really bold pick, all things considered. Not gonna lie on that one. So I know we have the logo up right now. There's a problem that I'm trying to fix that is causing everything to freeze on my screen right now. So that is a problem. I apologize.
Welcome to the Iris Podcast.
Welcome to the Iris Podcast, where we are scuffed.
Okay.
And I apologize for that, everybody, but we are back.
It's okay.
All right. So again, upset special. We have my pick. I know I picked Flashbacks to come out of this pool, but I'm picking Boop to beat Flashbacks. I think Flashbacks will be caught off guard. I think Wolven will be caught in the back line, and I think that Flashbacks will fall because of it. I think Boop take a surprise victory here over Flashbacks, who go in underestimating Boop, and I feel like that's going to be a mistake. So I pick Boop. So I think the key there is to whether or not they can keep him alive. I feel like that's going to be the Flashbacks key all season. So it'll be interesting to see. So,
Well, hold on. Let me tell you you said that. Alayla, Yeti picked you on the podcast. It's crunch time.
She never listens. What is she
never
doing?
listens. She never listens.
What is she doing over there?
What is she doing? At least it's crunch
She's
time.
playing.
At least
right.
it's crunch
Imagine
Yeah, at least
playing
it's crunch
Overwatch
time.
during the podcast.
What?
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here, guys.
Kick
Just a
her
couple of last things. Reminder: we do have pugs after the podcast today, so make sure you're keeping out for that. Pug invitations will go out shortly hereafter. Look for your pug leaders to get that thing going. Usually around 10 Eastern they start, so it might be a couple minutes from now. But I know a couple of them are wrapping up scrims.
Yeah. PDK says no pug leaders are available at the moment, but he's in a scrim right now.
Yep. So
But I believe he will be doing that soon as he can.
Right. We will have pugs tonight to follow the podcast, so be ready for that. Finally, we have comms checks. We didn't get any comms really submitted for the preseason tournament. Comms checks, if you've ever watched the Overwatch League, basically they pull comms that they have and they put together a montage of funny, cool, interesting things. Impers puts these together for us every week. If you have any clips from your recordings or streams, and this isn't just cool plays, this is comm related, like your communication, either funny or cool or interesting, things that you want to send them to Impers. He will put them in a comms check video that we will air every week on the podcast. We'll be putting reminders out in the Discord as well, so be keeping an eye out for that. If you have those, get them over to Impers so he can put those together. And again, thank you to Impers for your excellent work last season, and looking forward to what you do this season. And I believe that is all we have for tonight, unless I missed something. I'm sure you guys will catch me if I did. Nope, we're good. All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, everybody, in this first edition of the Iris Podcast. Be sure to tune in next week, where we will bring you more predictions, more spice, more opinions, and more
Wait, hold on 1 second, Yeti. Actually, do have a comms check clip that I don't think was submitted. Here, I'll send it to you right now.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. Well,
production.
I'm glad
production
you.
time out here.
Yeah, I'm glad you sent that to me now.
I you know what? I just got a link to it because someone can't be trusted with responsibility.
So,
Is that you?
No, it's not me.
Oh yeah, our first clip of the preseason. I think this deserves to be aired.
It has to be.
One moment here, we'll get that pulled up for you guys. This is actually a relevant, funny clip to end the podcast on today.
Yep.
And a good reminder for everybody too. So, as a reminder, we like to have fun on the Tranquility community. So we will give you this little clip here from the DDoS preseason match. Let's bring it in here. Do one of these and these and these. And here we go.
Grab as like a last ditch.
No, save grab completely.
Grab if it makes sense. Right, I got it. Oh, huge. Huge. Push it. Froze Ryan.
Baby. Oh, I'm shattered. So teammate. Oh, nice. We got it.
We got it. Push up.
Oh, no.
What did you do?
Next. So that was Mix Ready, everybody.
God damn it, Mix.
I'm gonna get banned. I'm so sorry.
That was Mix. So, anyways, guys,
Don't do that.
Oh, I love this layout. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's a good layout there. So, anyways, guys, sorry for a little bit of scuff today. We will have it a little tighter for next podcast, but it's not the Iris if we're not scuffed a little bit along the way. So, be sure to tune in next week for Thug, for NPC, and last but not least, your unbiased specs. T for Yeti, and we will see you next week.
Experience tranquility.